is Rose. I'm one of the co-directors of the Peabody Sinfonia. The other co-director is Haley, who's in the violin section tonight. And I'd like to welcome you to our first concert of the spring semester. So a little bit about Sinfonia. We're a conductorless string ensemble, which means that we're a student run and everything is without the help of another conductor, another person. All of our members are students of the Peabody Conservatory, which is right down the street from the library. And our mission is to perform for lots of different community organizations in Baltimore. And another thing we like doing is playing a lot of different types of music. So tonight you're going to hear some traditional classical pieces as well as pop songs, film scores, and things like that. So we're really excited to perform for you tonight, and we have a great program. And the first piece you're going to hear is September by Earth, Wind & Fire. I feel like this is a pretty popular piece and a lot of people have probably heard it before, but I want to tell you what makes this piece special to me. So one of the things that my friends and I have really enjoyed doing over the past couple years is going on lots of road trips. And some of the places we've been to have been Annapolis in Maryland, Delaware, and North Carolina. And so September is one of the pieces on our road trip playlist. So every time I hear this piece, I just think of all the fun times I have with my friends. So thank you again, and I hope you enjoy.
Hi, everybody. Hopefully, you guys can hear us all right. Is the sound going good so far? All right.
I think there's a slight, uh, we were good when we started, but now it's kind of soft on our end, or at least on mine. Can I get you to talk into the mic again one more time? Because it could just be.
Let me just check. I worry that. Oh, well, no, okay. I was worried my microphone got disconnected. Uh,
Okay, no, I can hear you fine now.
okay.
I apologize.
Just let us know if any time, just spam the comments with oh my god.
Okay, I just want to double check. Thank you. I'm sorry, sir. Could you repeat yourself?
All right. Oh, geez. It's hard to fit in the camera here. All right. So, my name is Nathan. I play viola with Sinfonia. Um, and one of the reasons I was really excited to join Sinfonia is because I was in a similar orchestra before coming to Peabody. We were a conductorless string orchestra there as well. And this is actually, our next piece is kind of an interesting bridge between those two orchestras because I used to play some Piazzolla tango arrangements with that previous orchestra, and there's another tango that I really wanted to play, but I couldn't find an arrangement. So, in addition to playing viola, I do arranging and composing some of the arrangements and compositions you'll hear tonight. So, the next piece is Piazzolla's, what is it called? Love. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, sorry, okay, my bad. So the next piece is actually the serenade from or second movement from a string serenade that I wrote. Um, so we did the last movement in the previous semester, so you guys would have heard that. So this one is called Auroras, and I wrote it during the pandemic shutdown when we got all sent home from school, so there was some extra time. I decided to take some of that time to write music, and hopefully you'll enjoy this movement called Auroras.
Thank you for your applause. It's nice to see everyone's emojis. My name is Abby. I play bass in Sinfonia, and I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland, so not too far away from Baltimore. The next piece we're going to play is a piece that reminds me very much of my grandma, who loved Frank Sinatra. Every restaurant we would go to that played Frank Sinatra on the PA, she would freak out and sing along and have a dance party at the table. And I hope you enjoy this next song, Fly Me to the Moon.
Hi everyone, I hope that you enjoyed that piece. My name is Sophie and I'm currently a violinist freshman here, and the next piece we'll be playing is Swan Lake by Tchaikovsky. If you guys don't know, Swan Lake is one of the most famous ballets of all time, but it's actually Tchaikovsky's first ballet, and this piece is really special to me because I remember seeing this ballet live when I was really young, actually too young to really understand what was going on, but I remember when my grandmother would explain to me like the plot of the ballet, and I just thought that the dancers on stage were so pretty in their feathery costumes. So I hope that you're able to imagine that as we play Swan Lake for you today, and we hope you enjoy.
Hi, my name is Anita, and I'm currently the only cellist in Sinfonia. I hope you enjoyed Swan Lake, and thank you for the nice comments I see we're getting. The next piece we're playing is Don't Stop Believing by Journey. This is a fun piece, and it reminds me of elementary school, because I think this is the first song that I sang. I think this is the first thing I ever performed. I sang with the other elementary schoolers, and this is the first song I remember ever playing for an audience. So here I am now, many years later, playing it for another audience, this time on Zoom, but it's comforting and reminds me of when I was little. So I hope you enjoyed Don't Stop Believing.
Hi everyone, I hope that you liked Don't Stop Believing. That's one of my personal favorites on the program. My name is Haley. I play violin with Sinfonia. And I've been in Sinfonia for years now, so this is my last semester. I'm a senior. So sad moment, I might be graduating. But anyway, speaking of sad moments, the Sibelius that we're about to play is a little bit sad. So Sibelius is from Finland, and so there's a lot of snow up there, so we probably had seasonal depression or something. And it starts off really slow and kind of sad, kind of somber. I hope that you can actually hear it over Zoom because it starts really quiet. Let us know if you can't. But then it goes into this sort of like drunken waltz in the middle. It's so beautiful though, it's so fun. I'm playing second violin, so I go like the whole time. So if you hear me, that's me. Yeah, so I'm really excited to play it, mostly just because of that part, because it's really fun. But I hope that you enjoy the sort of like somber solitude part in the beginning. So yes, this is Impromptu by Sibelius.
everyone. Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you, my dear.
Good. I hope you enjoyed that last piece. I certainly did. So our next piece is going to be kind of the same feel, but a different emotion. It's going to be a slow piece, but evokes more of like a soulful connection. Oh, I'm Adam, by the way. Hi. So I'm very excited to introduce our next piece is Hallelujah, as also featured in the movie Shrek. And what it really means to me is it's one of those pieces that has like a deep, like emotional connection. It kind of touches the soul in a way that classical music is only capable of doing. So I'm really excited, and I really hope you enjoy Hallelujah. Thank you.
Okay, I really liked that one too. I think they're all my favorite. It's Haley again, by the way. I'm the one calling every song my favorite, but the next one might actually be my favorite. It's really fun. It's like a tango, and it's by Piazzolla, but our dear friend Nathan also arranged this for us, and he misintroduced it earlier, so the suspense has been killing you, I'm sure. It's actually really fun. He wrote it, so it sounds really good for us. So I don't know how to describe that exactly, but we have a bunch of basses, and usually there's only like maybe one bass for every 4 violins, or 5 or 6 violins, but we have like exactly half the amount of basses as we do violins, so it's like a very high bass ratio. So they're our ground keepers. They're always keeping us in time for this piece. And it's just really fun to play. We just go nuts. Like, I hope that you can hear it through Zoom. So we're really excited for this one. See you on the other side.
Hello. I'm gonna hope you all can hear me okay. a little sick of asking that, but all right. Thank you, Ashley. So, I'm just gonna grab this, honestly. So, hi, my name's Justin, and I'm a bass player in Peabody Sinfonia, and I'm a junior, so I've got one more year before I can maybe go to grad school. Anyway, so the next piece we're gonna play is a piece called The Shokin Farewell. It's pretty well known for being in a Ken Burns documentary, but for me, my connection to this piece is pretty personal. So, story time. When you're in my school district growing up and you go from middle school to high school, you start hearing about this mythical orchestra director who directed the high school. And when I got into high school, my ninth grade year, she ended up being everything I wanted her to be. She was a really inspiring teacher. But at the end of the year, she sprung this announcement on us that she was retiring. For us, we had no idea. We'd finished our last concert and she was just sprung it on us. So me and my orchestra-loving / butt-kissing friends decided we were going to dedicate a song to her. We found this piece and we arranged it, or well, rather the arrangement was already done for us, but we found it, we played it. I tried conducting it, wasn't super good. And we tried playing it for her. So for me, when Haley at the beginning of the year was like, hey, what pieces should we play? I was like, Shokin Farewell, yeah, this is my jam. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this piece. It's really sentimental to me, but for other people, it's just like really cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Teresa and I'm a senior here at Peabody. As well as playing violin in Sinfonia, I also play French horn, and I play recorders. I'm involved in a lot of the historical performance and early music ensembles here, which is why this next piece is so exciting to play, because it's Baroque music. So next we have a movement of a Vivaldi Concerto Grosso for you all, and Antonio Vivaldi is probably one of the most well-known Baroque composers. He has written, I think, one of the most well-known pieces of classical music, his Four Seasons set of concertos for solo violin and orchestra. You're probably familiar, especially with spring from that set of concerti. And a concerto grosso is similar to a concerto which is just solo instrument with orchestra. Concerto grosso features the entire orchestra playing soloistic style. So this is such a piece, and it's really emblematic of the Baroque era because it has lots of super complex passages, very virtuosic. It's very expressive, and we have some dramatic mood and dynamic shifts. And all the parts work very closely together. I think everyone gets the melody at some point. So we hope you enjoy the Allegro, I believe it is, from Antonio Vivaldi's Concerto Grosso for Orchestra.
Okay, it's me, Haley, again. Well, we're just about done for the night. We had a little bit more music than we anticipated. We also had minor technical difficulties, so maybe that's why we're going a little long. But our last and final piece is Amazing Grace. So if you were here with us last time, you will have heard this already, but it doesn't make it any less special. It's always Sinfonia tradition to play Amazing Grace at the end because, most of all, we just want to have a positive impact on your lives. And we know that you have a positive impact on our lives. And that's really just what Amazing Grace is all about, having a positive impact. And that's really our mission here, so that's why we play it. And I hope you enjoy. This is also Nathan's version of Amazing Grace. So if you really like what you hear, you can thank Nathan at the end. And thank you so much for coming. We're gonna have a Q&A after this, so think of your questions while we play. Okay.
If everyone would unmute for a moment to give our wonderful players a round of applause, I would appreciate it.
Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate your attendance, and we also really value your participation. If you have anything to say or anything you want to ask, if you remember people's names, you can ask specific people or specific sections. Yes, we really enjoy having you, so thank you so much for coming.
Everyone, please feel free to unmute. I'll see if I can unmute everyone at the same time, but if you would like, *6 to unmute.
This is Tony. May I speak?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Tony.
I'm curious, how are the members of Sinfonia selected? How'd you get there?
Well, everyone's here because they volunteered. At the beginning of every semester, Rose and I post like an application, and it's really simple. You just say your name, your instrument, and a couple of videos you're playing, just to make sure you can actually play the instrument. But of course, everyone at Peabody can play the instrument, so not your problem. But most importantly, we ask like why people want to join Sinfonia. And oftentimes people have really special answers. So Nathan already talked about it, but one of the reasons he really wanted to join Sinfonia is because he really just missed playing in a string orchestra. And so at Peabody, we usually play with the wind instruments and the brass instruments too. It's not just string instruments. But we get to do a lot of fun stuff. Like we oftentimes don't get to like pizzicato as much in orchestra, but we do a lot of that sometimes. And we have a lot of freedom in this group too, because we're student-led versus conductor-led or like teacher-led or something. So a lot of people like to join for that reason too. And then of course, a lot of people love to go out in the community and meet people like you guys and have a special connection too. So that was why I joined. So. But yes, people do get rejected. Freshman year, I was rejected from Sinfonia. Real talk, everyone. I don't know why I was rejected, but it's really sad. But so yeah, some people get turned away, but we haven't turned anyone away. Isn't that right, Rose? See, we're nice. We're nice people.
If you'd like to ask a question, please feel free to unmute.
This is Tony again with a question, I think, for Nathan. When you wrote the piece from which Aurora was taken, were you thinking of this particular complement of instruments, or do you write first and arrange later?
All right, so usually when I'm composing, I will think of the orchestration first. Not all the time, but usually. So yeah, this project, to write this piece, because I haven't really, prior to this piece, I hadn't written anything for a string orchestra. I've written for chamber groups where you have like one on a part, string quartets or something like that. And this is a little bit different because you get a fuller sound with the full string orchestra. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. The instrumentation comes first, and then I'll just write for those instruments once I've decided kind of what my goal is.
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else? Well, I have a question. Would everyone take a minute and just introduce yourselves one more time and tell us again the name of your favorite pieces?
Oh boy, I guess I'm going first because I'm closest to the microphone. But my name's Haley. I play the violin. And I'm from Seattle, so that's pretty far. But I really enjoy Baltimore. And some of my favorite music, I just love Hall & Oates. Like, honestly, I feel like I could listen to Hall & Oates all day. So it's kind of unfortunate that I play violin. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm grateful. But I don't know. I just want to jam, you know? But anyway, okay, who's next? Who's next?
Hi, I'm Rose. I play viola, and I'm from Phoenix. And some of my favorite music to play at Peabody is anything chamber music. So like Sinfonia, like we don't have a conductor, so that's considered chamber music. Anything in a smaller group is really fun for me.
I'm Nathan again. I play viola. I think I forgot to mention where I'm from. I'm from Maine, so it's a little bit different down here. Not as much snow. And I'm not sure your question about favorite music was meant for Peabody Sinfonia music or everything. My favorite piece on the program is the Piazzolla. That was pretty fun. But in general, I like obscure chamber music that like rarely gets played. So like think of some weird composer you haven't heard of. I generally like playing that kind of stuff.
Hi again, I'm Teresa. I'm from upstate New York. I think my favorite piece from the program was probably September. I used to listen to that in the car with my dad all the time, and it's super upbeat and fun. And I think just in general, my current favorite style of music to play are Scottish Renaissance dances. So very specific, but really fun. I recommend.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm from New Jersey. And to be honest, I can't really choose my favorite piece of music ever, but I mean, like, I'm a huge punk guy, so one of my favorite songs is Weightless by All Time Low. But in terms of what we play in the program, probably Hallelujah is my favorite. It's definitely it's one of those songs I just grew up listening to, and I always remember, of course I remember the Shrek version, because it was just, it was oddly touching for a kid's movie, you know? But yeah, definitely Hallelujah for this program.
Hello, my name is Abby. I play bass. I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland, and my favorite piece on the program was definitely Nathan's Piazzolla. I just love the bass part and also the spicy violin, the spicy violin parts. I don't know about my favorite music of all time, but one of my favorite songs is Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles. Anything groovy with a groovy bass line, it's my kind of thing.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play violin, and I am originally from Detroit, Michigan. One of my favorite pieces on the program tonight is definitely Hallelujah, just because one of my favorite things to play with the violin is just these beautiful, luscious chords, and that's kind of, the ones that can just rip your heart out. That's definitely one of those songs. But what I like to listen to outside of classical music and stuff, I'm definitely, it ranges between pop music, I don't know, Kelly Clarkson, and alt rock. So yeah.
Hi again, I'm Sophie. I'm a violinist, and oh right, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And my favorite piece that we played today was definitely the Piazzolla as well. Every time I play it, I mean, they can attest, I end up breaking some bow hairs. That's how into it I get. Today, I broke 5 bow hairs. That's a personal record for me. I didn't know that was possible.
Should we clap for that, or? Because we'll clap. Let's clap for that. That's some passion right there.
But I mean, it's just really fun. I can't resist. But outside of classical music, I really like to listen to film scores. So any movies, soundtracks, and things like that. They're really good. I also really like I recently got into jazz and I really like acoustic indie type things. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I love Taylor Swift. I will have to say that. So
No shame, no shame. I'm a Swiftie.
Hi again, I'm Anita. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I play the cello. And I think my favorite piece we played tonight was Nathan's Serenade, the second movement. Well, it does have a big cello solo, but I just feel like the harmonies and everything are very epic, and just playing it as a group feels like you're in an epic adventure. So, yeah, but otherwise, while I love classical music, I also love jazz, because my dad plays bass, jazz bass. And, but I think every type of music has some value to it, and so, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, that's everyone. That's everyone.
It's so cool to see you guys again. I know that I was certainly looking forward to it, and I think everyone here was as well. Are there any additional questions? Would anybody like to learn a little bit more about anything while we have our wonderful presenters here? All right, well, I'm going to ask for one more round of applause, just to show how much we appreciate them. And of course, to show that we would love to have them back anytime they would like to visit. So 1, 2, 3.
Yes, thank you all so much. I hope you have a good night, and I hope we see you again soon. So,
Definitely.
okay.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
All right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and end the
Thank you, Ashley.
recording. Thank you, my dear. I will be in touch with you guys shortly.
Sounds good.
All right, bye.